on, guys? So, somber video topic for today. I'm sure some of you have seen online in the last few days what's been going on with Eeuroparts, and before I get into anything, any sort of detail about what happened, what some are saying did happen, all the nasty things that they're saying about the company, I just want to say that Eeuroparts has been an extraordinarily great company, both to myself, my dad ordered from them for as long as I can remember for our Saabs. They've always been good to him. I wouldn't have my Krona exhaust or my DO88 intercooler on my Turbo X without them. So I just want to say Eeuroparts has always been a great site for me personally, for my dad, for my family. So anything that I say in this video, I would say take it with a grain of salt. I'm obviously going to keep everything factual. I'm not going to try and put my opinion into it. I'll let you guys form your own opinion. But I don't want this video in any way to come off as me bashing Eeuroparts, saying that they're a bad company, because in my personal opinion, they're not, like I said already. So with that being said, I guess I'll go ahead and start with what Eeuroparts posted on their website and kind of like a newsletter of sorts that they released. They basically said that, I'm going to read it off my phone a lot during this video, that last week Eeuroparts was facing permanent closure due to financial reasons, and basically what happened was New Parts stepped in to help keep the website and Eeuroparts alive. So from what I'm reading here, New Parts has a lot of European car parts already, so in terms of what's available, it sounds like it shouldn't really change. Because of Eeuroparts having issues with paying certain bills and stuff like that, from what I'll get into later, from what other evidence people have found. I say evidence in quotes because even though, you know, people are posting it and everyone's like backing it up, again, like I said, take everything with a grain of salt because you never really know. And I'm not saying that whoever posted anything isn't credible, but I'm just hesitant to, you know, say certain things because it comes off as me bashing Eeuroparts, and I don't want to do that in any way. So basically, they were headquartered up in Connecticut, and now because with New Parts, they're going to be headquartered in Tennessee. And it says that they've had some, you might have noticed if you've been trying to place orders in the last few days, that you might have, that there might have been some delay or whatever, but they said that they should be back up to capacity by Friday, September 6th, which would have been yesterday. So first off, let me just say that thankfully Eeuroparts is not completely dead. It looks like New Parts is stepping in and allowing their parts distribution to continue. I don't know any of the huge, like, tiny details about this, but it does mean that, of course, we have Matt in Saabparts, and Saabparts is an incredible site. I mean, Matt's an incredibly nice, helpful guy. I mean, I've bought a ton of stuff from him. I've bought a lot of stuff from Eeuroparts, but Matt is a great guy. So in no way am I saying that one is better than the other here. So again, I'm not trying to say one is better than the other because I think both are good, and I've had great experiences with both. But it's good that, you know, not to say that Saabparts has a great selection of parts. They have the best prices. They have, you know, all the great stuff. But it's good that we're going to have this second supplier out here still in Eeuroparts. And while there are other suppliers out there too, these are kind of the big two that I've always seen for like good OEM parts. That and like genuine Saab, and of course Euro. So now I want to move to some of the stuff that I saw in Facebook posts, which goes into a lot more detail and kind of is the juicy part of this whole thing. As I'm reading through all this again, it makes the guy who owns Eeuroparts, it just makes him sound like such a scum just reading through all this. And I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want you guys to all think that he's a scum because of this, because I don't think he's a scum. I mean, again, I'm just trying to keep this unbiased, and it's kind of hard too with how some of this is written. But basically, Eeuroparts knew that they're in financial trouble. Basically, they owed, it looks like 6 figures to all their parts suppliers, rent, all this other stuff. They owed like 6 figures worth of stuff, so a lot of money. And basically what happened was on October 29th, they declared bankruptcy, and it was in the best interest of the company, blah, blah, blah. Now, one interesting twist that they throw in here is that during this time, Eeuroparts has a race team, and their race team was continuing to compete and all this other stuff. And, you know, these are obviously very expensive race cars and all that. So that's just I'm just gonna leave it at that. You can do with that information what you want. So basically filed for bankruptcy. This was about a week and a half ago, and now it seems like Eeuroparts stepped in and is saving the domain and Eeuroparts and all of that. And hopefully, most importantly out of all of this, I think everyone can agree on this, everyone that worked for Eeuroparts saving their jobs. Now, I don't know the exact logistics of that, how many people had gotten laid off already, how many people were saved. I mean, I don't know the logistics of that, but hopefully what this means is that everyone that got laid off or everyone that was going to get laid off is still has a job, and hopefully won't have to relocate. And because most of these people probably have families, and obviously you want them to be able to provide for their families. So there's a Facebook post here. For the sake of how it's written, like I said, and again, this is nothing against the person who wrote it or anyone who helped compile information for this, but it just comes off as like a screw Eeuroparts type of way. And I'm not here to say that. So for the sake of that, I'm not going to link this Facebook post, but they basically, like, I don't know why I tried to show you my phone, but they basically included like a bunch of legal documents saying like, oh, this is him filing for bankruptcy. This is Eeuroparts going down the drain. This is that. This is all their unpaid stuff, whatever. So I was on Eeuroparts site today. It looks like you can place orders again. So I don't know if you were to place an order from them today, or I guess Saturday. I'm recording this on Friday. If you were to place an order from them today, I don't know when you would get it. One interesting thing and good thing that I saw that they brought back, or they are bringing back, is, well, of course they still have their warranties that they're going to honor and all of that, but free shipping on orders over $50. I think that is something that's really important, because when I'm buying car parts, I really look at shipping. That's one of the big benefits that I love of Saab, is that he pretty much offers free shipping. I don't know what the exact dollar amount is, but usually when you're buying car parts, it's going to be $50 or more, so having that free shipping is huge. I guess that's the news on Eeuroparts. I wanted to keep it vague, just in the sense that I didn't want to convey certain details that would persuade you to think a certain way about Eeuroparts. Like I said, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. My opinion is that Eeuroparts has always been good to me, my family, and just about everybody that I know, as is Saab parts, of course. So don't think that I'm saying Eeuroparts is better than the Saab or vice versa. Like I said, I'm not saying one's better than the other. So I just wanted to say that I wanted to present this in an unbiased way. And at the end of the day, the most important thing, like I said, is that people still hopefully have their jobs. And as a secondary, we still have more part suppliers for our cars. So with that being said, guys, that's it for today. You guys can turn the discussion or the comments into a big discussion opinion thing. I'm probably going to stay out of the comments for this video. I usually respond to everyone, but if stuff is getting opinionated, I'm not going to jump in and deal with it, because like I said, I'm remaining unbiased in this. I'm not going to defend anyone. I'm not going to argue with anyone. So think what you want, comment what you want. I am curious to hear what you guys say though. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.
Check your body.